Hi, my name is Brittany Metric. I am 22 years old. I'm a recent college graduate. I studied communication sciences and disorders, which is the pre-program for speech language pathology. I eventually would like to be a speech language pathologist and work with bilingual individuals with speech and language disorders. I'm from the United States, and I'll be traveling in Colombia and Ecuador. And here's a little trabalenguas to break the ice, or a icebreaker called tongue twister. That's what it's called. Uh, Compadre, compre un coco. Compadre, no compro coco, porque como poco coco compro. A little bit difficult, but fun. So, I have a few questions I'm going to answer. Number one, when did you choose to travel? I chose to travel at the end of last year, beginning of this year. I was approaching graduation, so I had to make a plan, and traveling and teaching abroad was the most attractive to me, just because I love going internationally. I love experiencing different cultures and speaking Spanish, learning Spanish, all of that. Teaching as well. So, question number two, what motivated you to travel? Well, I've always loved traveling. I think mostly my study abroad semester in Barranquilla, Colombia, a couple years ago, 2016, really is what got that ball rolling, that I need to keep traveling, I need to keep going abroad because I love it. I've made a lot of great connections and friendships, some of my best friendships that way. And I just wanted to take advantage of this opportunity to travel again, go abroad again. Question number three, why did I choose Colombia and Ecuador? Well, I chose Colombia this time again because there is so much of the country that I have yet to see. When I was studying abroad, I didn't get to see much of the interior of the country, such as Bogota, and I was just in Bogota a couple of weeks ago, had a really great time, got to see some really awesome things throughout the city. It's a very cool city, literally and figuratively. I'm glad I brought my winter jacket. But I think my favorite part was Monserrate. I loved it. But I'm planning on going back eventually. And I chose Ecuador because last time I was in Latin America, I didn't have a chance to get over to Ecuador, but I've heard so many great things about it, the people, the culture, the geography, and so that's why I'm here right now, getting to know the Sierra region, the Andes Mountain region. It's really beautiful. So question four is, why Latin America? Well, I love the culture. I love how varied the culture is as well. Though there are a lot of similarities, there are also a lot of differences, and I love noting all those differences and appreciating them. I love Spanish. I love improving my Spanish, speaking Spanish, learning Spanish. I'll always be a Spanish language learner. I mean, I'm still an English language learner, so there's always so much to take in and know as well. And question five, how's your Spanish during your travels? I would say that my Spanish gets me around where I need to go. I'm able to hold conversations. I'm able to get to know people. I think the hardest part for me is like official documents and a formal writing. For example, like on the airplane, the little sheet with all the different things you have to fill out when you're going into a different country. Those are sometimes a little difficult for me to understand because of the terminology, but generally, like, I'd say my Spanish gets me around where I need to go, and I'm able to communicate what I need. And, yeah. So, question six, have you had problems with your accent? I guess so. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes there's like really long words that I have trouble saying, and I have to really break it down slowly for somebody to understand me, like certain street names or verb tenses. Yeah, sometimes verb tenses trip me up too. So if I'm talking about like something that happened in the past or something that is yet to happen but hasn't yet, I need my accent and my speed, my fluidity gets a little bit taxed, but that's just something that'll get better with time. I also try to listen to other people's accents, and music as well really helps. So I know that I'm stressing the right sounds and certain words and things like that. So I haven't had too many problems with my accent, but sometimes it pops up and I just slow down. Question 7. Why do I travel alone? Well, I travel alone because eventually my goal is to teach. So right now I'm just taking advantage of some time before this to travel a bit. And of course it's hard to get your schedule on the same track as, other people. And everybody has different budgets and time constraints. So I'm just taking advantage of it myself, and I don't know. I like it. It's really cool. It's a really great period of reflection too, and getting to know myself as well. I'm trying to do a lot of journaling, which is really awesome for solo trips, solo travel. Question 7. What would you say to the women that are scared to travel alone? I would say do your research for sure. Come prepared. Being prepared is very important. Get in touch with other people, like people like me or other solo women who are traveling. Ask them about their experiences. Everybody's experience is different too, so always take that in mind. One person maybe had a bad solo travel experience, one person maybe had a wonderful one. It's really what you make of it and how prepared you are. Yeah, so I would say don't be scared. Just do your research and make the best of it. Don't spend your time stressing out. Spend your time appreciating your surroundings, because think about in the future how many times, if you're working in maybe an office job or any kind of job, you'll be like looking out the window thinking, I wish I was abroad, I wish I was traveling. So enjoy it in the moment and just have your wits about you. Don't have common sense. Don't do anything stupid. And you'll be fine. You'll have a great time. Question 8. What do you enjoy most about traveling young and alone? What I enjoy most is the reflection I'm able to do. Journaling is really great. Getting to know myself better, getting to know what I like as far as traveling and food and experiences. I just think it's peaceful, and it really helps you appreciate the things in your life, and it's a great way to get to know other people too, because you're not traveling in a group, so it's a great opportunity to kind of get to know other travelers and locals and things like that and make those connections. It might be a little uncomfortable at first, but um, it's a great motivator to kind of build a community for yourself too, build friendships. So that's what I enjoy most about traveling young and alone. But yeah, so thank you for listening.